Hello and welcome to Pop Along RC. I'm Carl, this is Mark, and today we are talking about...
What are we talking about?
The price of victory.
The price of winning.
Oh.
Now, we all like to win, yeah? But you know what? I've got a bit
Speaking of winning...
What?
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I have seen that, yeah. Actually, to be fair, you did all right, didn't you, the other day?
I did all right.
You did all right, yeah.
I won the D final.
You won the D final. The funny thing is with RC, right, is that... Yeah,
don't say it, boss.
no, I'm going to say it, yeah?
Say it.
If you're really, really, really good,
yeah,
you get stuff like that. If you're really, really, really not very good, you get stuff like that. And if you're like me, somewhere in the middle, you get absolutely nothing. But well done anyway.
Controversial.
No, they'll agree. Anyway, enough of that. No, but well done. All right, you did actually. You raced well.
I raced well with my budget car.
Yeah, you did.
And I was running my budget touring car up against some amazing kit. Now, we are about the budget car, and right in front of us here we have got the legendary TT01, the car we run at the Iconic Cup. This is actually my indoor version. This is my Iconic Cup version here.
Yeah.
However, upgrades I've made to this are alley shocks, alley drive shaft,
Yeah.
adjustable turnbuckles.
Yeah. High speed gear set. If you are.
I have geared it up actually for the big tracks outside.
Yeah.
Heatsink.
Yeah.
In fact, it's not even a heatsink, it's just a fan. That is it. Obviously, on the day you get your race tyres.
Yeah.
But you'll be running the same sort of tyres as everyone else. But this car really, diffs are a bit loose there. I have actually got the bull race kit for this.
Yeah.
But not too bad. On a budget, you can get that round the track. Yeah. However, this is a B/C final car.
Yeah. All right. So, in this video, we're going to get one step further than you've gone there, right? So
only one step.
Yeah, hear me out here, right? So, the last race we did was at Chippenham. Now, that was a great race, but there was a couple of guys there who were very, very quick.
So fast.
Very fast. When we raced at the Iconic Cup this year, there were some guys which were so fast, it almost looked like they were different cars, right?
100%.
Carl, I've heard a few things through the grapevine that people might be doing to get that added little bit of speed out of their cars. And I am going to show you some of those things now. Right, so for this project, we're going to need some AW grease, we're going to need some power caps, the hobby wing ones, power capacitors, and some new bearings. These are actually ceramic bearings, which are the race pace bearings, but these are not cheap. This project is not a cheap project, but you know, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Let's see if we can get this car to be faster. So the first job I'm going to do is put the power cap in line here with the plus, the plus and the negative wire here. Basically, I've been told to do this. I've got some intel on how to make these cars quicker, and that, by all accounts, gives it a tiny little bit more grunt when you put the power on. But I don't know. Anyway, let's put it in. Right, got the capacitors in now, as close as I can get it to the wires in there. But I've just got to really make sure that these two wires do not touch. So I'm feeding one underneath top deck and one underneath and one on top as well. But we should be good because I've put heat shrink sleeving on it. So there we go. Take these out. Maybe this is the answer to a fast TT01. We'll soon find out, I suppose. All right, let's give it a quick test. This is the old bearing in there. Not bad. Put a new bearing in. Push that out. Bearing in mind, get it. Bearing in mind, this is new, so it probably won't. Oh, yeah, that is different, and it's not even worn in yet. So interesting. Okay, so here's the car now finished. Ceramic bearings are now fitted all round, including here in the steering. We've got the power caps fitted here. Some of the other options that I've not shown you in this video are we have the upgraded aluminium prop shaft, they call that. We've got the Yeah Racing shocks. We've got yellow springs on the front, blue springs on the rear. We're running 420 CST oil in there. And what else have we got? Adjustable turnbuckles. And we're running the high gear set in here. And that is basically it. We've got a MR33 fan. I go for a big one, the 40mm one, because, well, this motor gets pretty hot. And we don't tend to use heat sinks like we used to back in the day. We just stick a fan on top. And that's literally just stuck on there. One thing I have got as well on this car is another power cap, and that's been stuck into the receiver here purely because I'm using a Savox servo and they're quite power hungry, so every time I turn it slows the fan down, but that inline doesn't do that with that power capping. Also, I have dremeled out these little triangular bits here so I can now fit in my trusty decent lipo in there. And to finish off, we have got this shell here, which needs to be painted. And this is the Mondeo shell from L&L Models. And that apparently is the shell that will... Well, it seems to be the shell that people are running who are doing all right. So there you go. That is all, everything to do with my TT01E. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to do the business. Anyway, back to me and Carl in the studio.
Well, do you know what? As amazing as that is,
Yeah.
and my little budget car here, told the wife how much you spent on that now.
No. Well, I haven't. You know, but there's a price to pay for going fast. Everybody knows that. All right, you've got to be a good driver. First and foremost, you've got to be a good driver. Keep your car that way on the track and not that way, right?
That's
because
round
then
one.
You're as fast as the marshal wants you to get back up and running. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he gets my drift. Yeah. So I made a little. No, my missus won't watch this.
No, if she did, she would probably watch the first couple of minutes
Yeah.
at best before she either fell asleep or
that's
walked
why
off.
I'm going to tell everybody how much it costs now. Right, so this car, how much is the car out of the box, right? Stock box.
I reckon
box
you're
stock,
looking at around about 125
Right,
quid.
125 quid for the car, okay? Which you can run as is, not
As
a
is,
problem.
yeah, and we did that in our YouTuber race. We raced box stock against Kev Talbot and Tom Lee, and do you know what? They went round just fine.
Yeah.
There
But of
you go.
course, people like to start upgrading, and dare I say it, Cole, bending. I said it, bending the rules. We call them benders.
And
Rule
you, sir?
Benders.
Oh, well and truly on that path.
This is a bender's car now.
It is a bender's car.
Right, okay, so let's get stuck into the how much this
Nitty-gritty.
has cost. All right, so the car itself, what do we say, 120?
125.
Right, 125 for the car. Adjustable turnbuckle set, £8.50.
Cool.
The upgraded gear
Do
set.
you want me to put this into a calculator?
Go on then.
In fact, you know what? I can't bother to do that. I'll watch this back on the old computer screen and I'll ping it all up in that
Do
corner or this corner.
Whichever corner, whatever. Turnbuckles, £8.50. The gear set, which you need to go faster, you need it. That was a tenner. The aluminium prop shaft, I've written it all down here, was £10. You need that because it's more reliable. The shocks were the 50mm
Yeah, racing shocks.
racing shocks for this. You can get 55s, doesn't matter. They were 30 quid, but then again with postage maybe 35. The ESC's been upgraded and is now a Hobby Wing 1080 instead of a 1060. And that was 45 quid. The power caps that give it just a little bit.
Yeah.
This is where you start bending the rules on the little things, yeah?
A
Power
little bit of
caps,
that coming out the turns,
little
isn't
bit
it?
of that coming out the turns. A fiver from Rochester RC, right? The shell. Oh, the shell. The Mondeo shell you see before you're here.
The thing is, right,
What?
in the early days, we made the biggest mistake, didn't we, when we did the minis? And we turned up to the Iconic Cup to race minis. No, we were the only ones running minis. Everyone had these low-profile cut shells.
Yeah, they did.
And Iconic Cup, that is the shell to have, the one you've got there.
That's the one.
That is the one.
I watched whoever was winning and I went, what shell is that? And it's the L&L Mondeo shell. It doesn't come cheap.
Go on then.
This shell, 45 quid.
Ooh, I noticed it hasn't got any paint on it though.
No, it hasn't got any paint on it. I'm not painting this. I'm going to get somebody to paint this for me because I think we've reached a level, boss, where, you know, we need some nice... I mean, this is a nice paint. Don't get me wrong. This is good, but I'm not very good at painting. And you either do a really good one or you do a really naff one. I don't know why that is. Anyway,
Depends how much time I've got on my hands.
very true. Now, the bearing set, okay? The ceramic bearing set was 53 quid. I spent some serious dollars on this car, man.
On a TTO1,
on a
boss.
TTO1, 53 quid. But apparently, it's going to make it go fast. What else have we got? AW grease. That's expensive.
For like the tiniest little
a
tube.
thimbleful. A thimbleful, yeah. That was a tenner. Tyres. You're talking 30 quid when we run outdoors because
Yeah.
we get the Rush 28s to 32s.
If it rains,
How much are a set of wets?
I think they're about 48 quid, aren't
For
they?
one set.
One set
That's
of tyres.
ridiculous, right? And then the batteries, I've upgraded the batteries in this and I'm now running 6,000 milliamp hour lipos and they're about 40 quid. And that's as far as I've gone, alright?
Wow.
Now, don't tell the wife what I've spent. The thing is, right, the bending doesn't have to stop there.
Because there's lines to bend in as well, isn't there?
Yeah, I've heard rumours, man.
I've seen it in first hand.
Alright, okay. There's a rumour going round.
Go on then. Tell the people.
That what you can do is you can put the plastic gears out of the TTO diff in this car. Now, I'm not going to do that.
Because that
right?
lightens the diff, doesn't it?
Lightens the diff.
If you are familiar with the TTO1, it comes with metal gears inside the diff.
That's right. So it's a lighter rotating mass, if you want to get all physics about it and whatnot, yeah? Now, that's a step too far for me.
It
right?
is.
And I'm not going to do that, right? However, some people might do it. I'm not pointing the finger, yeah?
Yeah.
There is another thing you can do.
There is. It's just the one that we suspect people do.
So you could, if you really wanted to bend the rules, you could put the gear set up.
It's the high-speed gear set from a TTO2, so you can run on 48 DP, which allows you to actually gear it up even more.
Yeah.
And do you know what I find when you go over from the Tamiya gearing to the 48 DP gearing? It just sounds a bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, they are two things that I personally...
Can we say they're breaking the rules?
I
though?
think it is.
I mean, up till
I'm
now,
doing
you've
it.
bent them,
Yeah, I have bent them.
but you've not broken any.
I ain't broken any.
No.
But there is something, you know, some of the old, because it's obviously like a retro class, if you like. A lot of the lads, a lot of the people in that who we race with, and I don't blame them, use some of the really old expensive ESCs from yesteryear, don't they? Your Tekkins and all that, Nosrams and all that. Yeah? And,
Do you want one?
Well, yeah, of course I want one, but I've not
I've got two of them.
What? You got two of them?
I've got two of them.
Have you?
Yeah.
And that's not really cheating, right?
That's not cheating.
What ones you got then?
I don't know. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
All right, bear with
Can
me.
I have a look? Ah. Hey, we featured these on the channel a little while back, didn't we?
Yeah,
I actually forgot you had these.
I've got these.
Oh, by the way, if anybody recognises these shells, put it in the comments because we've had a few
some people said that they recognise the shell, but we don't know where from.
If you know who's done them or painted them, put it in the comments. Yeah.
I can't believe my father-in-law would have painted that, because he's belonged to my father-in-law. In fact, that was my brother-in-law's car. That one.
It's nice. It's got the DMS racing on it, so maybe somebody over at one of Darren's lot might know.
Yeah. So this one here is. I don't know if you can see that. I might have to do a little close-up. That is an LRP F1 Super Reverse.
This one.
Go on then.
This is a Tekin or Tekin TSC G12C.
It's got gold written next to it as well.
Look at that.
Do you know what? I've got an orange one somewhere as well.
Have you?
Might be in that car up there.
What?
I'll go check.
You know what? If I was to choose any, I'd probably go with this one. It's got the wire for it. We used to run KO FET servos back in the day, and they used to take a separate feed, and that's here actually, which is really interesting. That'd be interesting to use, wouldn't it? And it's got all the settings on it. You kind of twist a nozzle. Nozzle, is that right? Nozzle?
Knob.
A knob. You twist your knob. Twist your knob. But you're used to doing that.
Yeah.
Twisting your knob. Yeah. I'm very good at twisting my knobs.
Yeah. You used to like playing with sticks as well, though, didn't you?
I prefer twisting my knob. You know, I've been doing that for years now. So what are you saying then? So shall we give this a go then?
Could do. It's been sat in that car for, I don't know, got to be 30 years, 25?
That would be really interesting to use that, wouldn't it? Do you think it'd be reliable enough? I mean, after all this time. But people use them, don't they?
Let's take them and test them.
All right. But anyway, there you go. So the only thing left to do, really, with this TTO one now, I've spent a small fortune on it, is to go and test it. And do you know what would be really, really funny?
As if it's
worse. If it's no better or worse, I'm just going to have to laugh, aren't I? But I'll take it down my local
thing
club.
is, your local club, I don't think you're going to see the full potential of that car. You
Not
need
really.
to get it out on the bigger tracks. So maybe in the new year, 2022, 2024, let's get back over to the Winter Series at Chippenham.
Yeah, let's do that. And obviously, let's do the Iconic again, because that is one we need to firmly seat in our diaries.
100%. I think the booking for that opens January time. So we need to get in nice and quick.
Yeah.
Anyone interested? Your last ever chance, potentially, to run an Iconic Cup at Mendip. So let's make it the best ever Mendip Iconic Cup.
Absolutely. So there you go. I hope that's been informative for you. If you want to get more out of your TTO1E, we've shown you how to do it. But stay within the rules or you'll get told off.